Hello, everyone. My name is Larry Cuffey. I'm the mayor of the city of Virginia, Minnesota. I'm here today to talk to you about our State of the City address and provide you, the citizens of Virginia, a detailed synopsis of what we're doing in the city of Virginia, both what occurred in 2019 and what we're looking to do in 2020. But first, I'd like to give you an update on the pandemic coronavirus that's permeating throughout the United States. Now, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and our Governor, Tim Walz, have issued declarations of an emergency. Certain criteria has been established, certain mandates has been given to the city of Virginia and other communities across the Iron Range, in which we must comply with those mandates based on the emergency declaration. However, the city of Virginia is also going to be complying not only with those emergency declarations, but also complying with the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, and the Minnesota Department of Health in helping spread the word of the guidelines established to help mitigate and reduce the risk of coronavirus or COVID-19. So I'd like to give a few tips moving forward. This is just another step in our process. It is an ever-changing and evolving environment. Things will change on a daily basis. We will try to keep everyone updated on the coronavirus, how this affects your lives, how it affects your business, and how it affects our overall community and our children. So what are some facts about COVID-19? Well, fact number one is that diseases can make anyone sick, regardless of their race or ethnicity. So fear and anxiety about this virus, this COVID-19, can cause people to avoid or reject other people, even though they are not at risk for spreading the virus. So help one another out. Just stay calm, relax, practice good hygiene. Fact number two, for most people, the immediate risk of becoming seriously ill from the virus that causes COVID-19 is through and thought to be low, at least at this time in this community. Older adults and people of any age with underlying health conditions such as diabetes, lung disease, or heart disease are at greater risk of severe illness from COVID-19. Someone who has completed quarantine or who has been released from an isolation does not pose a risk of infection to other people. For up-to-date information about COVID-19, please do not hesitate to visit the Center for Disease Control's website, the CDC's website for coronavirus in 2019 on their webpage. So just, if you would, just look up coronavirus 2019 on the Center for Disease Control's webpage. Fact number four, there are simple things you can do to help keep yourself and others healthy to try to mitigate the spread or contact with this disease. As recommended by the CDC, the Minnesota Department of Health, and other healthcare professionals, local hospitals, and scientists throughout the United States, wash your hands often with soap and water for 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing, sneezing, or going to the bathroom, and before eating or preparing any food. Avoid touching your eyes, your nose, mouth, and unwashed hands. Stay home if you are sick. If you feel that you have any symptoms whatsoever, please don't take the risk. Err on the side of caution. Stay home, quarantine yourself, and contact by phone or by email your healthcare provider. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue away in the trash immediately. Fact number five, you can help stop COVID-19 by knowing the signs and symptoms: fever, cough, shortness of breath. Seek medical advice if you have developed any symptom. If you've been in close contact with a person known to have COVID-19, or if you live in or have recently been in an area where the ongoing spread of COVID-19 has been identified. These are some of the facts and some of the figures and some of the information that's provided by the Center for Disease Control. And for more information about these facts that I've asked you to consider, is to please visit the Center for Disease Control website at www.cdc.gov. www.cdc.gov/COVID-19. That address once again is www.cdc.gov/COVID-19. Or if you have any other questions, concerns, or some clarification, please contact our Emergency Management Coordinator for the City of Virginia, which is Chief Alan Lewis of the Virginia Fire Department, and he can be reached at 748-7520. That's Chief Alan Lewis at 748-7520, or the Assistant Chief or the Assistant Emergency Management Coordinator, Mr. Fredrickson, Assistant Chief Fredrickson, at that same number, 218-748-7520. What is the City of Virginia doing? We're doing several things. We're trying to comply based on the level and the contact and the information that we have from the healthcare professionals regarding COVID-19. Now, many of us are experiencing issues with health right now. We have the flu, influenza A, there's many other illnesses, colds that are going around, and symptoms that are similar to COVID-19. So if you are feeling sick, or you have the sniffles, or you're coughing, or you're sneezing, err on the side of caution, please, and quarantine yourself and contact your healthcare professional. The City of Virginia has implemented the following steps, and we may change this as the situation unfolds. But currently, the City of Virginia are doing these things, and please be aware of these. This is a pandemic that has been issued as a declaration of emergency by the Center for Disease Control through President Trump and through Governor Walz. Today, St. Louis County is looking at a declaration of emergency for St. Louis County as well, and we'll be sending out information and implementing steps to inform the public of what their decision is and what steps they feel we could change. But these are overall steps that we're taking in Virginia to comply with the requirements of the law and the mandates of the law, and to also give you information about what is in your best interest, what we think you can do based upon this information to help mitigate any risk of being exposed to the COVID-19. The Virginia Fire Department. The fire station is closed to all general public until further notice. Please call 748-7520 or email virginiafire@virginiamin.us if you have any general questions. If this is an emergency, use the 911 system. I repeat, if this is an emergency, use the 911 system. Otherwise, general questions can be referred to the regular phone line of 748-7520. The Police Department. The Police Department general offices are closed to the public until further notice. Please call 748-7510, 748-7510 if you have any general questions about parking or any other police-related matter that's of a non-emergency nature. If this is an emergency, or you think that it needs greater attention than dialing the main line, please do not hesitate to use the 911 system. Call 911 if you feel this is an emergency. You determine what you think is an emergency. So if you feel it that way, do not hesitate to call 911. Otherwise, again, the general number to the police department is 748-7510. The Virginia Public Library, effective today. Virginia Public Library will be closed through March the 27th. During this closure, we encourage all patrons to utilize the online resources that the library has. Do not hesitate to call the library at 218-748-7525. That's 218-748-7525 if you have any questions about online services or any other questions. We will have library staff sheltered in place, not open to the public, but we're there to answer any questions you may have. No matter what it is, if it's about fines, if it's about late fees for books, if it's about trying to access a certain book, anything that you need, any question you have, please do not hesitate to call or use the online services. If you cannot return a book or any other material due to your health concerns and are concerned about your fines, call the library to talk about having these fines temporarily suspended or the due dates extended. We'll accommodate you in every way we possibly can. Park and recreation. All private events scheduled at city park facilities, that includes the Miners and the Klein Cupoletti building, will be held to be posted on occupancy loads. In other words, whatever the requirement is, 10 people or more is considered to be not acceptable. We encourage you not to hold any events at the Miners Memorial Building, and there's very restrictive on access to and from that location. Events of any size should only be continued if they can be carried out with adherence of guidelines to protecting vulnerable population, hand hygiene, and social distancing. And it's not just social distancing, it's the physical part of it. It's physically distancing yourself in the public setting by at least 6 feet. When feasible, organizers should modify all your events to be virtual or use a telephone conferencing center or teleconference in some method or form. Our engineering and planning and zoning. This is going to have a significant burden and effect on those who are going through the steam conversion process. We are suspending all inspections effective immediately. So if you are looking to have your steam conversion started, going to go from steam to gas, in order for you to do that, your contractor needs to pull a permit. And for the permit to be pulled, you have to have an inspection. The City of Virginia is temporarily suspending all permit visits and inspections until further notice. The Virginia Public Works Department. City curbside recycling is discontinued immediately until further notice. You may deposit your recycling at the 24-hour drop-off site located at the corner of 50th Avenue West and 20th Street. Garbage service will remain operating as normal, but this may change at any given time. If you have a significant amount of recycling, please contact the Public Works Department at 748-7515. That's 748-7515. And they'll make some arrangements to help remove it. There's a different method that we'll be using to make it a lot safer for our employees to mitigate any of the materials that you're putting out on your curbside. We'd like you to hold them if you can, but if you can't, please contact our Public Works Department, and we'll utilize a Plan B scenario, bring a truck and a load or whatever needs to be done to remove the large quantities of recycling if necessary. So please do not hesitate to call our Public Works Department regarding your recycling at 748-7515. Thank you. The Virginia Department of Public Utilities. The main offices are closed to the public until further notice. Any patrons who need emergency assistance are encouraged to call 748-7540, 748-7540, so that they can arrange a meeting with you. They're free to answer any questions that you may have. Staff will be on board to answer your calls and your requests and mitigate any issues you may have without personal contact. The Department of Public Utilities requests that all customers utilize the drop box outside the building for any payments. There's a website that you can go to as well. That's www.vpuc.com, www.vpuc.com for on-pay bill or for any questions. And I urge you to contact the Department of Public Utilities if you're paying by credit card. There are some credit card fees that you pay when you pay with your credit card. The Department of Public Utilities is going to waive those fees until this crisis is over. Any other questions about bill pay, they'll do everything they can to accommodate you. And you want to talk to Mr. Bill Hofdahl or Greg French at the Department of Public Utilities. And once again, that telephone number is 748-7540. Essentia Health. Essentia Health continues to closely monitor and work with the community partners around this area. Effective immediately, visitor restrictions are in effect. So if you have any one that you need to visit or any doctor's appointments, please notify your healthcare provider, if it's Essentia Health or any other healthcare provider, to make arrangements to determine whether or not you need to come in, and they will triage you over the phone or provide information that's going to help you mitigate any exposure or spread of the virus. All patients who have COVID-19 should be able to recover at home. All patients who have symptoms of illnesses are encouraged to start with their free online visit. So once again, go to the online visit of your local healthcare provider, or you can call your local healthcare provider. In this particular case, in the state of Virginia, our hospital is Essentia Health. So you can go to their website, essentiahealth.org, essentiahealth.org, or you may call their one toll-free number, which is 1-833-494-0836. That is 1-833-494-0836 to start the email visit process. The City Council. All City Commission meetings are canceled until further notice. City Council meetings will still be conducted and will remain open to the public, but we encourage you not to come in person and to as in the audience. Please do not do that. Only if necessary, and please call ahead of time if you intend to come to the City Council meetings. There are telephone numbers you can call as you watch the City Council meetings. We're more than happy after or the following morning. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call. We'll try to accommodate you, answer the questions you have, give you clarification on whatever issue that may arise with respect to our meetings. And we encourage you to watch all the meetings on YouTube, the online services, which is www.mesabacommunitytv.com on Mediacom channel number 5. While we're doing our part to ensure the health and safety of all, we ask all community members to do their part as well. The best way to prevent illness is to avoid being exposed to this virus. Any meetings that we have, which are going to be minimal, in order to maintain the core service that we provide to our community, which is police, fire, EMS, garbage, sewer, electricity, are all going to still continue to operate. These are essential parts of the service that we need to provide in order to maintain, the integrity of your health and welfare and your safety. We ask you, please, once again, please remain calm. Wash your hands thoroughly. Practice social distancing. Keep at least 6 feet apart from one another. Stay home whenever possible. Stay home if you are sick, except if you need to get medical care. Cover coughs and sneezes. Wear a face mask if you are sick. Clean and disinfect the frequently touched surfaces in your daily lives. This includes tables and doorknobs and light switches and countertops, handles, desks, phones, keyboards, toilets, faucets, and sinks. And if you're on the public, particularly if you're getting gasoline, the gas hose that you use to pump your gas, it can spread that disease. So wear gloves and be careful when out and about. So what are our core services? What are our essential services? The following is a list of what our essential services are. Under extreme circumstances, if everything needs to be closed down, if we go into another level of mandates and requirements by the CDC or the Department of Health or the state of Minnesota, our goal and objective is to keep our essential services continuing to operate. We will continue to have public utilities, continue to have the police department, the fire department, and the emergency medical services. That is the ambulance, paramedics, EMTs, and single-role paramedics. The Virginia Public Works Department will continue to operate, and administrative staff will be at City Hall. Now, City Hall currently is open to the public still, but we urge you not to come here unless it's an emergency. You can call 911 if you have a police emergency, 911 if you have a fire emergency. Any request for permits or any request for information about certain things that are going on in the city can be done on our website. We have an interactive website at www.virginiaman.us. So please use our website. It's interactive. You can ask a question. It'll go to that department. They'll answer you as quickly as they can. So we urge you not to come to the city council meetings or come to City Hall in any way, shape, or form. Now, City Hall could likely be closed in the near future, but for right now, the doors are still open. If you have any questions or any questions at all, you can call, again, the police department at 748-7510, the fire department at 748-7520, the Department of Public Utilities at 748-7540, or the Virginia Public Works Department at 748-7515. Now, many other businesses have been closed. The governor has mandated that all bars and restaurants close for the exception of takeout and delivery. This is going to have a significant impact on our economic environment. Thunderbird Mall is reducing their hours. The clubs and restaurants, the clubs and organizations are also closing. The Virginia Elks Lodge, number 1003, the Virginia Servicemen's Club are all closing. So this is a pandemic declaration, and we are all trying to do our very best to try to ensure that the health and safety of our community stays intact. It is a significant burden on our businesses. It's going to be a significant burden on our ability to collect sales tax. What matters most of all in this community at this point in time is the health and safety of our community. So we continue to use that as the mantra to take whatever steps we need to do to protect our community from health and to make sure that there's a safe environment for them to live and work. So I hope, or we hope, that you will all use due diligence, use the resources that we have available from the City of Virginia. Please call us if you have any questions. We will try to keep you updated as things evolve. There's things that we cannot control that are mandated, but these are most of the things that you do with respect to your health care are suggested methods in order to mitigate your exposure to a virus. So this is unprecedented in the United States in modern history, and this is going to have a long-term adverse effect on our economy, the way we do business, and we hope that as this pandemic unfolds, that it does not get any worse and that we continue to move forward and hope this gets mitigated as quickly as possible. But in the interim, please practice good hygiene.